Hi, my name's Mike Meyer, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker in Eugene, Oregon. And I want to speak to you today on emotional freedom technique, otherwise known as tapping. This is something that is able to work for just about anything. And when I say work, I mean that it is a best practice for psychology, and it has proven results. And that might be interesting given how simple this is. I can teach you this in just a few minutes, with the understanding that there are a lot of resources out there that I'll refer to at the end. So tapping is something that is especially important to understand the setup to it. I would say 90% of the effectiveness of tapping is how we set up the whole deal. So even the term tapping refers to the physical act of tapping. And I would say that it's the emotional awareness that tuning in to what it is that you want to shift will be most important in how to make tapping work for you. So in service of that, whatever it is that is problematic, tapping can be used for things like procrastination, for worry, even for physical ailments. Tapping can be somewhat helpful for those as well. For the sake of this talk, I'll be referring mostly to anxiety as something possible to shift. And using that example to feel what anxiety feels like and to conjure up what anxiety does in your system without necessarily being in the throes of anxiety. You don't have to be going through it in order to tap. It's just a matter of remembering what it feels like and taking a moment to sink in to that feeling and creating a one-sentence script around tapping. So that's half the script, is referring to what it is that is the problem, otherwise known as the problem statement. Even though I have anxiety is the first half of the sentence, and the second half of the sentence is an opposite statement of sorts. Now, what's often used as an opposite statement for anything is that I deeply and completely love and accept myself. That can fill the bill for just about any opposite statement. In lieu of that, if you want to come up with a true opposite statement of anxiety that is maybe operational with the effects of anxiety, something like I'm able to calm and relax might be an example of an opposite statement. And it has to be true to you. So you don't want to fake it till you make it. You don't want to kid yourself. You want to sink into that statement as well, just like the problem statement, and really refer to something you believe, even if it's just the possibility of being able to calm yourself or the opportunity to do that. That can be a wonderful opposite statement. So there it is, the one-sentence statement that is 90% of tapping. Even though I have anxiety, I'm able to calm. And the physical part of that is hitting the knuckle on the karate chop place. And sometimes it is a karate chop if you want to do it that way. All the points that I will be pointing to are all meridian points in our system, which are pretty much vulnerable points that we can get to physically, where some of these messages get under our skin, go right to our system. So even though I have anxiety, I'm able to calm. Setup statement. At that point, you're ready to tap. So there are about 7 meridian points that are considered to be go-to points for alternating these statements. The top of the crown, I have anxiety. Top of the eyebrow, I'm able to calm on the bone. Side of the eyes, I have anxiety. The bone below, I'm able to calm. Underneath the nose, I have anxiety. Above the chin, I'm able to calm. Shoulders, I have anxiety. And underneath the armpit, one or the other, I'm able to calm. That's what's considered a round. That's a little faster than the pace that you would normally do it, but about a similar pace. It's fairly quick, but you want to be embodied in the process. You want to feel what those statements feel like. And for extra credit, or if you'd like to continue, the fingertips are also meridian points to alternate statements with. Going all the way through and then tapping the wrists as well. And when I say tapping, this is at a medium type of impact. Don't knock yourself out. Just kind of feel it and take it in. And certainly don't do it too lightly either, so that you can really process what's going on. Well, I want to take you through a round of tapping from top to bottom. This will be the abbreviated form of tapping. And remembering that the setup is extremely important. So take as much time as you need to do the setup. And maybe I'll take a moment just to conjure up the idea that anxiety is affecting me. And I want to feel where it's affecting me right now as I set up. And I also want to tune into the belief that I can calm, that I can settle, that I can soothe from anxiety. So here's the tapping regimen, starting with the setup. Even though I have anxiety, I'm able to calm. I have anxiety. I'm able to calm. I'm having anxiety. I'm able to calm. I have anxiety. I'm able to calm. I have anxiety. I'm able to calm. And then a moment to let it sift, to let it settle, to feel that, what that feels like, as if you're a human hourglass where the sand is just settling in. The effect of tapping is settling into your nervous system, and to let that go down, maybe with a breath, and give that a moment. And that completes a round of tapping. And you can see a lot about tapping on YouTube videos. Usually they won't show you that 90%, that's set up. And that is extremely important. The preparation for tapping, creating the sentence that will be serving you throughout the process. And if you want more resources on it, they're ubiquitous, they're everywhere. I would just say go for recent resources, because the art is being fine-tuned as it goes, and getting updated information is very important for emotional freedom technique and tapping. Thank you.